What's going on, y'all? It's Joe Mapp, Ill Shots by Joe Mapp, your favorite photographer here. And I want to talk about this machine here, this MacBook Pro with the M1 chip that I just purchased. It's been about actually 3 months. So I want to talk about the good, the bad, what I like, what I don't like, petty stuff. I'm a PC guy, PC for life. You know what I'm saying? That was me. Windows all day, son. Windows all day, bruh. But we got this thing right here. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I like about it. You know what I'm saying? The things I don't like and why I'm returning this right here. So y'all stay tuned to the end because it's gonna get ugly. So I'm gonna tell y'all why this is going back. This is going back. I got the big boy. Decided to go with the 17-inch. I think it looks decent. It is really heavy, compared to what I had in 2017. Got this Lenovo. This is the Yoga 14, so very lightweight. And to me, I thought this was very sexy. Just felt good, I walk around with my Lenovo. It was good. Things I like about this charging, whatever you call this thing, this magic charger, whatever this is, I love that right there. That's way better than the USB-C. I mean, it won't come off, but it doesn't like yank, and it charges fast. Love it. So, you got the 2 USB-C ports here, then another USB-C. I love the fact that I do have the HDMI because I do tether shoot. So to be able to just plug that in, the tether shooting, that's great. SD card slot here, cool, like it, but SD cards, who uses those? I don't really use those anymore. One thing people always talk about is, can you open it with one finger? I don't know why people care about that, but both of these you can. And as you can see here, I'll tell you what I really like about this computer, which is kind of the same here. This computer, when you open it up, it turns on like it's an iPad. Like, it just turns on. It's crazy. Love it. All right, this one turns on too, but this got stuck a lot. This Windows, it would get stuck. My fingerprint wouldn't work. I had to turn off, or it'd be stuck in like a tablet mode, things like that. Don't have to worry about that. So let's get into some of the things, the bad that I don't like about this machine here, the MacBook. So the mouse versus the trackpad. So there's something that this does that I just can't figure it out, and I hate it. So when you scroll on the trackpad, just like on Windows, when you scroll up, it's almost like you're pushing everything up, or you're pulling everything down. But it's different when you're using the wheel on your mouse. So with Windows, I'm able to have them go in different directions. So the trackpad goes in one direction, up and down. The wheel on the mouse goes in one direction. It's natural, it feels natural. But with the MacBook, can't do it. For some reason, I just can't do it. Unless you have one of those programs like Logitech did come with a program you can download to make it do certain things, which is it blew my mind, which I probably could have been doing with this Windows for 5 years. Didn't really know I could do that. But I don't like the fact that with this, in order to delete a file, let's go back to one. With this computer, in order to delete a file, you gotta drag it into the trash. Why can't I just right click and delete? It just doesn't make any sense. I gotta pull it down, and it's just annoying to me. I still haven't gotten used to that. With Photoshop, zooming is terrible. Now on this computer with the Lenovo, with Windows, the zoom is very fluid. For some reason with zoom on Photoshop, it goes from 96% and it clicks. It doesn't do it fluid like you would pinch to zoom. It'll go from 96% to 126% or something like that, something crazy like that. So just trying to work with it really quickly, you can't do that. I think the keys on this thing are weird. What is Option? Why is option there? I don't understand the significance of option. All this is an extra button for me to press in Photoshop. And me as an editor, there was just Alt. All I used was Alt. I kept my finger on Alt. Alt would let me zoom in by using the scroll wheel, zoom out. And if I right click with Alt, I can change my brush size bigger and smaller. So one button allowed me to do all of that. So when you're using the brush and you're sampling a layer and you're cloning using the clone step tool, and you're sampling here and you're zooming in and you're able to do all that, zoom in, sample, change the brush size a little bit bigger, brush, change it smaller, sample, all with one button. I love it. This has slowed me down, and I got this to speed me up, because with this one, there is no Alt. There's Command, Option, and Control. In order to zoom in, I have to program it some kind of way, and it's going to zoom in really fast. But in order to change the brush size, I have to hold Control and Option to change the brush size. So, and then in order to move around, then I have to switch my fingers from Control and Option all the way over to the space bar. So I have to skip over Command. It's just, it's 3 buttons that I have to actually use. But with Windows, I'm only using Alt and space bar to do all of my editing. That's it. I'm using 4 buttons actually with this machine. That's very annoying. Still haven't gotten used to it 3 months. Come on, it's either Photoshop or Apple. Somebody got to fix it. As big as this notch is, it's bigger than the iPhone notch, right? It's no Face ID. Why wouldn't you put Face ID on here? I don't understand that. And the fingerprint, it's way up here. So fingerprint's fast, but I don't know why it's way up here. Don't understand why this isn't touchscreen. Somebody tell me that. One thing I don't like about this is when I'm down here looking at what's going on with my apps that are open. I don't like the fact that the preview, it doesn't preview all my open apps. It doesn't pop up like it does on Windows. So they're over here to the side, but it doesn't preview that. And another thing that is really weird. So I'm a Command Tab guy. I've been using that for years. So I'm able to Command Tab from one to the other, but with this, it only Command Tabs to different desktops. So I'm kind of still trying to get used to desktops. But if I have 2 Safari windows open, I can't Command Tab between the 2 to copy and paste. Hello? I don't get it. Whenever I'm transferring a file, it doesn't tell me the speed. It doesn't tell me how fast it's going. So how do I know if I have this, this expensive storage device or something like that? It's supposed to be transferring these files quickly. How do I know if it's going truly the speeds that were advertised to me? Don't know. I don't know why it doesn't show me that. That's kind of weird. I would like it if I go over to the clock, click the clock, and I'm able to see a calendar. Easy, right? Well, here, I don't know how to get to a calendar really fast. I guess Spotlight, calendar, and then I can get to my calendar. So that's just I'm just so used to that just popping up right there. I don't understand. So one thing I don't like, which is weird, which is just the first time you get it. When you get it, you have to actually set this thing up. You really have to go in and configure this thing to do things that you want it to do. Unlike a Windows, when you open it up and you turn it on, you really don't have to go in and adjust anything except for the wallpaper. With this one, I had to adjust gestures. I had to turn on 3 fingers in order to move things. I had to turn that on. I had to turn on the right click. I had to go and research how to make things work, which is things that everybody turns on. Everybody goes in and does the same thing. Why don't you just make this that way out the box instead of me having to look for it? And a lot of stuff is hidden. Like, it doesn't make any sense that if I want to move something like this, I want to move a window with 3 fingers, why would that not automatically be turned on? Why is that in like accessibility? Like, I'm handicapped because I want to do that's accessibility to me means like handicap. What handicap do I have if I want to use 3 fingers? I don't get it. I don't get why some of this stuff is hidden. It's like that on the iPhone too. They just hide stuff. You know, like, this just doesn't make it. I don't get that. I had to turn on the battery percentage. Like, why isn't that just automatically on? You know? And I have not been able to figure out how to multitask with the computer. So with Windows, I was so used to just dragging over to the right, then it's gonna be in a split screen, drag another window over to the left and split screen, and I'm able to multitask that way. So, you know, that's something that I still have to figure out. But I mean, it is what it is. For Apple, it's Mac. So let's talk about what I like about this thing. That trackpad is a beast. Nobody really, all I heard was you're gonna love the trackpad. No one really told me why. I'll tell you why I like the trackpad. It does a lot of the same things that this Windows computer does, but it is very responsive and fluid. It is as responsive as you using a touchscreen. So it is very light. As soon as you want to scroll up, it just scrolls very lightly, very clean. It doesn't have like any kind of like lag or heaviness to it. As soon as you put 3 fingers down, it's moving. This thing wakes up fast, like I said before. I mean, when you turn it off, it's off, and it's like right back on. It's woken up so fast. It's not like when these things go to sleep on the Windows tablet. It'll go to sleep and get stuck. I know that for a fact. I mean, brand new, those used to go to sleep and get stuck. Maybe that was a 2017 thing. Maybe things have changed a little bit. The battery life on this thing is just stupid. It's just stupid. Like, I don't understand how this thing gives me so much battery. Let me tell you something. I can go do a 2-hour shoot, right? Tether for 2 hours with 100%. I will come home after tethering, remember, and I don't have the screen go off while I'm tethering. So I'll have this thing up for 2 hours straight. Come home, I'm at 68%. That's just unheard of. And that's tethering. Then I can go through all of the photos and then render them, send them through PixieSet. That's what I use. Send them through PixieSet. I still have 50% left. And I'm a pretty heavy user, and I usually can go about 2 to 3 days on 1 battery charge. And then guess what? It charges up fast like an Android phone. It's like 30 minutes and you're at like 50%. 2 hours? You charged up for another 17 hours straight or 15 hours? Come on now. The screen is crazy. Like, I wish you guys could see, but I have the same photo up on this computer and this one. It looks totally different. Dynamic range is just crazy. I'm colorblind, and I swear I can see new colors. Really love that screen. The speakers on this thing, this is like Bluetooth, like a small little $100 Bluetooth speaker. You know, I hate listening to music on a laptop. I hate watching movies on a laptop. I actually can listen to music. I have the DJ app. I'll have it playing music videos in the background while I'm doing something. Listen to music. I can hear the bass. I can hear the bass notes. And I'm a producer. I'm a music producer, so I like to hear these things. And I can actually listen to music on this thing. My cousin sends me music, and I don't have to go pull something out to listen to his song. I can give him feedback right away. Of course, the main reason that I received this and I bought this machine is the speed, and it did not disappoint when it came to the speed and power of this machine compared to what I have here. Now, granted, I did pay about $1,100 for this, and this one is $2,700 is the M1 Pro. I went a step up and got the terabyte. So this is the base model of the 17-inch. But the speed is crazy. I rendered a video. It had to be about 10 times faster than rendering on this machine here. So this machine does not have a graphics card, which is something that Windows are known for. I didn't know anything about that, did not get the machine with the graphics card. So it's a big jump from here to there. I think the animations is what sets Mac apart from everyone else. Even Android, everything. The animations when you're opening up a application, minimizing it. I mean, it just looks sweet. I mean, even with a slower Mac, it's gonna do its loading, and then it's gonna do the animation and make it look like it really loaded fast. That's one thing I used to notice. Like, you know, on the Windows, when the Windows is slow, it's like you press it and then it just seems like it's just having a hard time. A Mac will just sit there and not do nothing, and then do it real pretty, like it wasn't thinking. That's genius. I really like, you know, if you want to transfer one computer to the other computer, it's just like the phones where you can use you set it up, you hook them both together either wirelessly or with a wire, and everything comes from here to there. Everything. There's nothing else to set up. It's nothing to download. It's just everything's there. I really like that about Mac, and I wish, you know, everyone else did that, but they don't do it as well as Mac. But I still have to go in and go set up stupid stuff like my mouse. I don't understand why that didn't come over. I like the fact that I was able to do FaceTime with the computer and call my wife, because I don't have an iPhone and I will not get an iPhone, but I can do the FaceTime stuff here. It does connect with this iPad, because I do have an iPad Pro. I don't use it as much with the two. It's like two different machines for two different purposes, and I kind of like that. So, but if that's your thing, to have one ecosystem, nobody does it better. So let's get to why this is going back. After all that, you know, everyone said, you know, you'll be stuck with, you'll get Mac and that'll be it. You never want anything else. I can see it. But the main reason I received this and I bought this is that M1 chip, and nobody is messing with that M1 chip, especially this M1 Pro I have in here. That's the main reason I really got that. If there was M1 in Windows, I probably would not have switched, to be honest. But it's not in Windows and Intel and whoever, AMD, they just can't compare, they can't compete. So we're gonna see how this one works, but we're not gonna see how it works because this is going back. I'm returning it. And the reason I'm returning it, because it's not sexy enough. It's not sexy enough. So this is going back. But the reason it wasn't sexy enough, because I got the space gray. And the space gray is sexy. This was supposed to be something like what I had before, but this is like a white. This is nerdy looking. Like, why did you do this? I think they should just ditch this silver. Like, I thought it would be silver like my refrigerator or something like that, you know? I thought it would be like that, like stainless steel looking. This is just, no. You're going back, because I got the new boy here. This is staying with me, and pretty happy with Mac. Wish there were some things that they can bring over from Windows, but it is what it is. You can't, and nothing's perfect. No one's perfect, no product's perfect, but this is really close to it. Not really, but it's good. Thank y'all for joining. It was fun. Y'all check out clothing here, ingredients. Y'all gotta go to the website. Check this guy out. Clothes are very good quality. He's an artist. And I love his clothing. So y'all can check out ingredients. It's gonna be a link below. Just go cop some t-shirts, you know? This is Joe Map. Peace out. Ill shots. Holla at me.